So it's the 30th of January 2026 at about quarter to 6 p.m. in the evening, Greenwich Mean Time. And this is the latest episode of The Coming Storm featuring me, Thomas Abercrombie, and
Morrison said,
hurrah! Ha ha!
we did actually film this gang, but we forgot to press record. That's it. We're getting good at this. Yeah.
Well, practice makes perfect. We've only been doing a handful of series really, probably less than a dozen. So live and learn, eh, mate?
Exactly.
So anyway, we're going to go through the topics that we've been looking into since our last episode, talking about the
Yeah.
New World Davos disorder and the digital bait and switch. So the topics we're going to be covering today are the UK VPN ban that they're trying to push through the House of Lords at the moment. They've got to look through it again. We're going to go over the 15-minute cities. So in this case, Oxford, that me and you went and protested a couple of years ago.
And the flacker too, he was there, yeah.
And Mr. Flack and Roll, yeah. So we'll cover that as well. We've also got universal basic income that's being brought on by AI taking any jobs in sectors that involve speech or words. We've also got some topics that were discussed at Davos between bankers of the old world and the new world. So that's tokenization banking, tokenizing the world. We've got a new world order rebalancing that is being discussed there, and also a lot of political leaders. Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, for one. We've got old Keir Starmer over there bowing at the feet of Xi Jinping as the New World Order chess pieces of nations are being moved and looking like China's going to be the new USA, basically. So
Got to
now
go in there in April too to see him. He's going to
yeah, the tool shed of the world is becoming the architects of planet Earth. We're also going to show some of the speech of Harari talking about AI, what it is, etc. Central banking, a mandate. Banking accelerated, how they can speed up banking
with
from
AI. What that film, that
yeah,
piece is about.
using
It's about AI acceleration being linked to your bank account and stopping you
yeah,
from your money. And that's what digital ID comes in. Social credit score, so connected.
an AI god to rule
And
us
AI
all.
gods, which is yeah. As I keep on saying, everything's connected. Garvey's talking, it's saying the same thing as I have to, saying everything's connected. And I've been saying that for years. And, yeah.
It's all tying together. So
It's all
those
tied
out
together.
there,
Everything's connected in some way, even if you don't think it is. It bloody well is. Like
those that want to bury their head in the sand, carry on. It ain't gonna do you good much longer.
no, and soon you'll live your enslavement, which most of you probably do anyway, because you just don't care. So,
Indeed. So we're open the podcast with the articles, and I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to show part one of this discussion. So that being with the title House of Lords votes to ban UK children from using internet VPNs. So VPN
there we go.
standing
So,
for
finally,
Virtual Private Network. Private, get it? They don't want privacy. They want to have their hands in your brain, basically. Ugh, what are you thinking about?
they
So,
want to look at
yeah,
all the images that you like. They want to look at everything, and they do it for the guys to show them. They always
everything.
do show them as the guys.
And as old Sam Williams, Williamism, says in his latest podcast, they don't, people don't in Britain, for instance, don't like having themselves stopped and being asked where are your papers. So if they can hide the fact that they're doing that using your face and your details that you give away on the internet, then they're going to do that, and it's already happening. So just going back to here, House of Lords votes to ban UK children from using internet VPNs. I'll read a little bit of the article. Last week saw the House of Lords pass a vote that would, if approved by the government, introduce an amendment to the Children's Wellbeing in Schools Bill. CWSB for short, that aims to prohibit the provision of virtual private network services to children under 18 in the UK. The goal is to stop children allegedly using VPNs to bypass age verification systems. Allegedly. So anyway, guilty till proven innocent, especially you kids, how dare you? How dare you have privacy, children? According to the details of the Conservative-led amendment page, this new clause would require the Secretary of State to take action to promote and protect children's well-being and to further support child protective measures in the Online Safety Act. So that's the digital backdoor, digital ID backdoor, the Online Safety Bill. So there we go. There's
Yeah,
lots in the bill. I mean, if people want to look into it properly, it's going to all be in the show notes. So yeah, the action to prohibit the provision of VPN services to children in the United Kingdom within 12 months of the day on which this act is passed, the Secretary of State must, for the purpose of furthering the protection and well-being of children, make regulations which prohibit the provision of UK children of a relevant VPN service, the child VPN prohibition. Oh, prohibit. So there we are. That's going to make people to have an online identity, and everything will be approved, and that'll go into AI, AI God that's coming to govern us all. Right, moving on from this, we're going to go on
people
to
definitely need to rise up and stop being such bloody slaves. Like, oh yeah, and yes, here we are. Another conspiracy has come true. My goodness.
spoiler alert, conspiracy
Spoiler
spoiler
alert, kids.
alert.
Spoiler alert, everyone.
Yeah,
We were
15
at
minute
this march as
cities.
well 2 years, 3 years ago. No, 2023. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Wow, yeah,
Packer,
2020.
Tom, and I, and Piers Corbin was there, the old legend. He was in the like funny little bit where he
Yeah,
actually put up the bollard and he was in there doing a speech. I got footage of him and a few photos.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
always
I've
there, old
since dined
Piers,
with that
isn't he?
young man. He's a good old legend. Yeah,
That's a man who doesn't bow down.
he doesn't bow down. No, he's a top legend. Yeah.
Free. So on this
Yep.
article, the title is, and it's from centrist.nz, the article.
Very
So
good people, because the only place secret they make people put stuff behind paywalls, so it's very hard to find stuff that you can actually read and in read like.
indeed, indeed, they
So that
usually
was good.
drop.
Thank you to the centrist top legends. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
quote from the guy on Twitter, brilliant, brilliant quote.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see that in a second. This was penned on, or tapped, typed on January the 28th, 2026. UK opens door to 15-minute city enforcement using driver data. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. We've got the cameras. We've got the eye in the sky. Straight out of George Orwell's
George Orwell.
1984. Ha ha ha. 15 minutes. So the UK Labour Party, again, are those lovely people who are here to safeguard us and look after us. The UK Labour Party has confirmed it will allow councils to use national driving licence records to enforce traffic restrictions linked to 15-minute city schemes, reversing plans under the previous government to limit such powers. The policy enables councils to use government driving records to fine motorists through breach camera enforced traffic filters that restrict driving in designated areas. Filters as well. They're literally in the roads. They put up these big flower planters so you can't get through on a vehicle.
That's the name of the one that appears in that flower planter. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, he
Flower
was stood in
power,
there doing his
man.
speech. He was.
There we go. Flower power. Whoa. Our hippie overlords are now in Parliament. The policy enables councils to use the driving records, so they're going to limit city centre driving by penalising motorists, hit you hard by putting their hand in your pocket, justified by claims that will encourage walking and cycling. So it's just going to destroy city centres again. It's going to put them all back to residential living accommodation, and the shop as the shops disappear, and we're just going to have these designated areas out of town shopping centres, basically, where everyone can congregate. So the first full rollout is scheduled for Oxford later this year. Under the scheme, the city is divided into 6 neighbourhoods. Drivers require permits to pass through traffic filters during operating hours. There are your peppers. So residents are granted 100 days of free passage per year through the filters, plus a separate allowance of 25 days through congestion charge points. And the Labour's position was confirmed by Transport Minister Simon Lightwood. So I had a little dig after getting up your notes, our chief. And who is Mr. Simon Lightwood? Well, he was born in 1980. He's a British Labour Cooperative Party politician serving as a Member of Parliament. In his early life, he was um, he grew up in South Shields. His family house was repossessed. He's got a degree in theatre acting from Bretton Hall College. So another actor, you might say. Not the sort of guy you want to go down the pub and have a pint with, do you? Looks a little bit smarmy to me. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Shouldn't ever judge people
Put
by
that
their
great Twitter quote
appearance.
out though. Show that Twitter quote. Let's put it that Twitter quote.
Say again.
Show the Twitter quote. Let's put it in Twitter quote.
The Twitter post. Okay, so we good.
So, yeah, I'll read this. This is funny. This is.
Okay, so you've got it up there.
Yeah, I can see it. Here it is. Yeah.
Just also add that the Transport Minister Simon Lightwood, he's there to organise transport, but he's stopping people travelling. So bit of an oxymoron there. Anyway, somebody on Twitter or X as it's now called, um, his comments been pinned here. This is absolutely mind-blowing. The conspiracy nutters are right. Under the scheme, drivers would need a residence permit that allows 100 days of free travel per year through 6 traffic filters during operating hours. Meanwhile, a separate permit allows 25 days of free travel. And then there's the Telegraph article here that's also, you could follow the link through. Show notes will be there as well, so you can carry on and have a look at all this. Labour opens door to Stalinist 15-minute cities across Britain. Wow, where are your digital papers?
Yeah. It's how being a conspiracy. Yeah.
Unbelievable, mate. Okay, so moving on.
Here we
The next,
are.
the next in your list of topics that you've been looking into, the headline from Eastern
It's an
Eye.
eye. There's no one let us read it. You see, that's why these people are like, yeah, they're on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the eye in the triangle.
Yeah.
UK may consider universal basic income as AI disrupts jobs, investment ministers suggest. Minister. Universal basic income, or UBI for short, involves regular payments to individuals regardless of employment status. So, as we're going to go from recession to a digital depression, in the fourth industrial revolution, as Klaus Schwab called it. The UK could one day consider a universal basic income to support workers whose jobs disappear because of artificial intelligence. So the other day I bought the FT, and this was actually yesterday. So I've got my copy here, still fresh. I haven't even got into it yet because I've got a lot more of them, but it's actually got the headline down here. So I don't know if you'll be able to see
Oh,
that
we
because it
can't
doesn't
really
seem
see
to
that
like
yet. Oh, if you
showing
go
it.
further away, maybe. Oh, no.
But anyway, ministers float universal basic income for workers and sectors wiped out by AI. So you can see it
There we
on your
are.
screen here as well. A universal basic income is needed to cushion blow from AI job losses, says UK minister. Another Lord Jackson. Don't need you anymore, plebs. But yeah, you can have the crumbs from the table, just to pay your bills. So you get on your pay another day debt.
You just need to stop
Investment.
paying taxes to these freaks because they are committing genocide and stuff, and just stop paying taxes to these idiots.
Well, Britain with only about 30% food security.
Exactly. Yeah. People need to be buying directly from farmers and things too. Yeah.
Once all those digital control grids in place, wouldn't it be such a problem if suddenly there was a meteor or a cyber attack or something where
Exactly.
everything stopped and no food, people, 30%. I was actually in a well-known supermarket, the biggest supermarket by market share, just before Christmas, and he was just getting some goods in there. And I said, "Oh, excuse me, have you got any more of this?" to the bloke who was doing the shelves, and he said, "No, no, this is all we've got, but there'll be some more in tomorrow." And he actually went on and said that all the food in that supermarket is only lasts for 24 hours before more comes in. It's not a good thing.
They've
We saw
definitely
the
changed the dates for food and things. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they've
yeah.
changed dates for foods and
He
things
did
as
say
well.
that. I don't think he was on about fresh produce, but sort of things with a certain shelf life. Within
Mm.
24 hours, they bring more stuff in. So we saw during the old scamdemic lockdowns, how quickly food and toilet paper, for instance,
Toilet paper went
disappeared.
big, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I did hear that. I did read an article afterwards. What were the takeaways from the runs on the supermarkets when food and toilet paper disappeared so quickly? Most people just think about eating and pooping, and nothing else. Food and pooping, and that's it. We are but
Need to stock
animals
up
in
on a
clothes.
food gang. That's what I want to do. And I put a few thousand into like store-bought food. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
There's good
Also,
sites like this, mate. Good sites you can get like military supplies and stuff. Yeah. Not that I've got them many yet, but yeah, you can get them for about £6 for a whole box. So if you can get a few of them, yeah.
well, yeah, it's like canned food. It's like I've been
Or
literally
canned
doing.
food.
Yeah, all that. I've been doing proper testing and I've got cans of soup and things from 10 years ago. Open them up, use them. As long as there's no dents in them, they will last up to 15 years. As long as there's
Yeah.
no dents in them.
Maybe our
15
DJ's
years.
doing this too, ready for the apocalypse. He told me. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I was eating soup at work the other day from, I think it was 8 years old. It's absolutely fine.
Fine, yeah.
Absolutely fine.
So tin food is always a good, gang. Yeah.
Yeah, it can taste a bit tinny or metallic, very slightly, because it leaches up. You can get cans where they've got a lining in them to stop this happening. But anyway, yeah, I mean, like looking at inflation and things like that, if you could say get food that's going to last 8 to 10 years, that's a good investment. You know, if
It's a good
food's going
investment.
up 15% a year, all the buying power of our current banks, currency, liquidity, if that's going down by
Yeah.
the reverse percentage of that a year, then by just getting food, things like corned beef and that in a tin, that'll last 15 years, no worries. It's so full of
Oh, corned
nitriles
beef.
as well. There's sodium nitrile and all that sort of thing, nitrate. Um, yeah,
That's how you like corned beef, Tom Abercrombie.
oh, I love corned beef.
Oh, Tommy O'Bell. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely, jubbly, mate. Yeah.
Maybe fish, but not corned beef.
Or tinned corned fish. Maybe not. So
Oh, they have
going
those funny corned beefs. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, there's Creepy Reeves who didn't go to China. Yeah.
Look at those eyes, dead behind the eyes, dead behind the eyes.
She was with the same clothes too, and she's got that horrible voice. She is a freak.
Ah, well, she had a makeover, didn't she? She suddenly became, more elegant.
She's still ugly, and she's got that horrible voice.
Ah, well, we can't
She's still
judge
on the
people by
list.
their looks, can't we? Just blame people for the
Well,
way
no,
they were
but
born.
actions. By their actions, you shall know.
Well, going back to the UBI quickly, just in the FT article, just reading a little quote from the chap. Undoubtedly, we're going to have to think really carefully about how we soft land those industries that go away. So some sort of UBI, some sort of lifelong mechanism, a learning mechanism, as well, so people can retrain. Retrain as what? There's only so
Slavery
many
system.
jobs in so many areas.
Yeah.
So anyway, if we go on to some of the video clips that we've got. So going back to your different videos that you're watching at Davos, we've got this headline down here, it'll be in the show notes. Is tokenization the future? So here we've got a European banker, the old world money system, and over on the right we've got Brad Grailinghouse from the crypto token Ripple to use as a cross-border asset for the banking system. So yeah, just to make things quicker and cheaper than moving money with reserves and repo rates, etc. So that's a very good, interesting one to watch. The old banker, they're not singing from the same hymn sheet. The old bankers, they want to be in control. They want to make legislation. They still want to be in charge. And this chap here, the guy with yeah, he's follically challenged, I think by his own choice, by the look of it.
Mm.
Anyway, he talks about the guy's saying that we need to have some sort of somebody in charge of it, and the bloke retorts that actually with Bitcoin and everything, it's permissionless, that nobody owns it, and of course they don't like that because they can't share in the profits. That's why they have to try and buy up all of the Bitcoin in the blockchain so then they can take their cut from it. I suppose everyone's got to make a living, but whatever. So that's a very interesting one to watch. Very, very creepy one. I'm going to play a segment from this one. So this is Yuval Noah Harari. Very nice chap. He's got his own YouTube channel, so highly recommend people subscribe to that and press the bell icon, and then you get all the updates of what's coming out of his mouth and his brain. So I'm just going to do a little bit from
Clay
this.
Schwab's
Uh,
advisor too, gang. Clay Schwab's advisor.
yeah, indeed, indeed. Well,
It
I've
does
put
all
this.
those things in it. Voice boost, bloody hell, stuff.
There's all sorts. Yeah, it's always coming on this. All the technologies. Every time you look, where's that gone? That's moved. Something else has come in. But what I always do is put the speed up to 1.25%. I just find that when
I
people are
thought you were speeding a
thinking
bit
and
faster.
forming a sentence, just the gaps in between that, it just fills it in. It just makes it more interesting to me. I can listen better at 25% quicker speed. So let's listen to what this very lovely chap has to say. So yeah, here we go. Won't play all of it, just a little bit.
Therefore, made word will be taken over by AI. If laws are made of words, then AI will take over the legal system. If books are just combinations of words, then AI will take over books. If religion is built from words, then AI will take over religion. This is particularly true of religions based on books, like Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. Judaism calls itself the religion of the book, and it grants ultimate authority not to humans, but to words in books. Humans have authority in Judaism not because of our experiences, but only because we learn words in books. Now, no human can read and remember all the words in all the Jewish books. AI can easily do that. What happens to a religion of the book when the greatest expert on the holy book is an AI? However, some people may say, can we really reduce human spirituality to just words in books? Does thinking mean only putting language tokens in order? If you observe yourself carefully when you're thinking, you will notice that something else is happening there besides words popping in your mind and forming sentences. You also have some non-verbal feelings. Maybe you feel pain. Maybe you feel fear. Maybe love. Some thoughts are painful. Some are frightening. Some are full of love. While AIs become better than us with words, at least for now, we have zero evidence that AIs can feel anything. Of course, because AI is mastering language, AI can pretend to feel pain or love.
Well, there we go. And you see one of the old philosophers in the background go, "What the hell are you lot doing? What
Exactly,
the
it is very
hell are
clever.
you
It's very
lot
clever. The
doing?"
screens
See,
are in the
he
background. Very
knows.
clever.
He bloody knows. I think that Harari should flip in, stop worrying about this sort of thing, and have a good meal. It looks like he's wasting away, that chap. He might be a bit happier with a meal in his belly. Oh, well, it's very much worth watching all of that. Creepy, I'd say. But it's funny they're saying the AI overlord and that. You know, you do have the power to just turn it off. As
Turn it
in,
off.
don't use it. Leave your phone at home. Go to a farmer's market where they haven't got a camera scanning your face. You do. There is always freedom. It's perception, and that these lot want to make you think that this is reality. It's not reality.
Not reality.
It's their reality. It's not ours. You have
Right.
the
We are
power to
slaves
just.
to the evil.
I think the more this comes on, more people are just going to go, do you know what? I've had enough. I'm off. So I mean, yeah, this control thing with the VPNs and everything like that to limit children getting into it and that sort of thing. In a way, I think in a way it's probably a good thing because people just go, meh, we'll see. Time
It's
will
true, but
tell.
that's crap parenting as well because the parents don't do their job. And they that is like you can have like the like filters on your computer already to like stop them from looking at pornography and things. And they just parents are rubbish. Just
As
come out
you
and do it.
said many times before, though, most people want to be slaves. They don't
Most
want to.
people want to be slaves.
They
What
don't
what
want
what
to
what,
take
what did our teacher I get you during the COVID con? The slaves and graves teacher. No.
slaves and graves, mate. Most people don't want responsibility. They want, what's it Bill Cooper used to say? People for the first 18 years of their life try to climb out of the womb. After that, they spend the rest of their lives trying to climb back in it.
No, yeah, you
Please
did say
look
that.
after me, please. Ah, pathetic. Ah, well. Ah, well. So we'll leave it
Soon
at
it'll be too
that.
late for
But
him.
say again.
Soon it'll be too late for him.
But you still have the power to just turn it
Yeah, I
off.
think I'm about to just turn it off. And the one government login is the digital ID, not the regular digital ID. The blue
Yeah,
card.
indeed. The
As
back
Fiona
door.
Rose Diamond, the legend says.
Digital bait and switch. Just don't
Digital
use
bacon.
it. Just
So one
don't
login.
use it. Go outside, interact with
Yeah.
people.
Do not
Simply.
get on it. Do not use it. And
Yeah.
central banking, this is where they talked about AI and banking being conjoined. So it does all go into this episode actually does go all into it. So
Yeah. And to
full
all of
collective what
the
we've been talking about. Because once you
yeah,
watch these videos, you'll see.
I've got tokenization. They're all around 50 minutes, just
Yeah, it's quite
give or
brief already.
take, if you can see. So we'll just play a little bit of this bloke chatting.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are extraordinary times, and this is an extraordinary panel to discuss one of the key issues, which is do central banks have the tools available to cope with what seem to be extraordinary times. And what I want to also get into is the historical perspective, meaning that actually these aren't quite as extraordinary times as they feel at the moment. For this journalist who's been in and around markets for 40 years, they do appear to be unprecedented. Central banks facing growing pressure from all kinds of areas as well. Digital currencies trade-offs between growth and inflation and politicizing of their role. How are central banks rethinking their monetary tools needed to meet this moment and ensure economic stability? I've told my panel that they can take this pretty much any way they want because there are so many big issues to cover here as well. And it's very nice to see, and yet another eminent central banker in the front row as well, who I'm sure will be very interested in see what they have to say. Growing pressure from all directions, whatever the case, or unprecedented now. New threats, new challenges, left, right, and centre. Central banks rethinking the tools. The threat to independence. I will ask the panel about that as well. I know that carte blanche central bankers from around the world have rushed to the defence of Lisa Cook, but most recently, of course, Jay Powell, for the extraordinary assault that the Fed finds itself under at the moment. Fiscal dominance, I know that's something that Jan had a very strong view on as well. So maybe we'll visit that. Government budgets deficit, dictating monetary policy. Again, do we have the tools to cope? Is it a worsening problem there?
The dying of the dollar, the dying of currencies.
Yeah, and if you look on the video side on the screen, there's de-dollarization, re-dollarization.
De-dollarization. Well, countries like China, for instance, they're buying the most gold ever. All central banks. I don't know about Britain though, because they like the Gordon Brown sold it off, didn't he?
He sold it off, didn't he? Yeah, 10 billion.
Yeah, you can look into these people as well if you want to know about who they are, these people who are dictating our lives. You know, down here we've got the speakers. Amir Yaron. Where's he from, I wonder? Steve Sedgwick, Martin Schlegel, yeah. Joachim Nagel, or something. Janice Eberle. Hey, Jan, she looks pretty nice. She looks pretty chill, actually. Jolly lady. Jolly. Anyway, yeah, moving on. More banking. Banking accelerators. Now we've got El Thani here. So down the show notes for this one.
That's all about AI being involved with your bank account and taking it over. And there was a thing out recently that they said about 80% of the public want AI to take over their bloody shopping for them and do the shopping for them. Did you hear about that?
Say again?
They said they want about 80% of the public said they want AI to take over their shopping for them.
Yeah, I just wonder if these numbers are manipulated a lot. But then again,
it's probably a bit less, but yeah, it just shows how stupid people are.
Life's getting busier, it seems to be. But we just don't have just a simple way of life anymore, do we? It's just things just seem to
live with Native Americans and Indians and just get away from things. Put my stuff in storage, go and live with Native Americans on the land and be a chief, like literally a chief.
Yeah, chief being the hoy chief, but
white chief I'd be there, like Dance with the Wolves, literally like Dance with the Wolves. I'd like to do.
Well, get back to bloody nature, eh? Get back to nature.
Get back to Blighty. I'll get this movie in and I can go and live with the Native Americans. Put my stuff in storage.
Yeah, go and work in one of their casinos.
I don't want to think I will. I like the lights of the casinos, but I don't think I'd work in.
Oh,
I like the pretty colours. I like all the pretty colours.
Draws you in, moths to the flame.
No, if people actually told me to take count cards for my autism, I could probably do it, and I could probably beat the house. But nobody's ever taught me, so we can't be doing that.
Indeed.
Little autism trait, that is, gang. So if anyone wants to teach me, beat cards, beat the house, I'm open to being taught. Like this enough when in Raymond.
Well, I'm just going to go through the topics that in relation to what you looked into, Morrison.
Yeah.
I went on with the universal basic income guy chatting, Lord Stockwood, then the 15-minute cities and the transport minister who's stopping people moving. Nice guy. Going on about facial recognition. I'm going to later on play a few segments from the Home Secretary talking about, well, we can see from the title here, facial recognition technology and police AI.
Yeah, it's on screen yet.
Creepy. So there's a few different segments that I'll play out of that video where she's just announcing certain bits and straight from the horse's mouth. And then don't excuse the pun. It's not a pun. There's a horse. Anyway, I'll also show about body cams with AI in there, facial recognition body cams with AI. So in the future, if there's any civil disobedience, we'll just have police shooting without asking questions. The AI overlord will say shoot and kill.
It's
Yeah,
monstrous,
we've got
isn't
a
it?
bloke talking here just about how much work he's getting in just, because in the UBI thing, he's saying about people reskilling. But if the people who become unemployed don't have an income, tax drops, therefore benefits drop. Therefore, how are they going to fund this UBI?
Right.
There'd be
Put
too
him up.
many people.
Tommy Bell, put him up on the screen. Bank
Uh,
accelerator. Because I still got the bank accelerator bit on the screen I have.
right. Can you see him now?
No.
Okay, well, we'll talk later about it. Um, okay, so what I'll do is I'll share
Yeah.
the other
We'll
one.
put our cuteness back. Yeah.
Hello again. And so yeah, we're about half an hour into this.
32
What?
minutes, 12, 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
So,
quite good.
so in the next segment, we'll go through the bits that I've just been looking at. Um, have you got that up there?
It hasn't come back yet. No.
No, I need to share it. So
You can share it, yeah.
yeah, I'll just show the bits that I want to share quickly for the next bit. So we're just going to be talking about we talked about the UBI. I want to bring up about the
That company.
Dutch
Yep.
company ASML and also with the UBI. Just putting this out there about how many jobs are going at the moment. Um, yeah, the
Oh, that
facial
little demon.
recognition,
Oh, that demon.
Home Secretary,
She's an ugly spud, that's yeah.
straight from the horse's mouth. No pun.
Yeah, she loves it. And she was talking with Tony Blair, she was, about, oh my goodness, yeah, I need to watch that. And she was actually talking to Tony Blair and she said, we want to, Panopticon, we want to stake it on you at all times.
So,
What a
yeah,
freak.
Bill Cooper said
Not even porn stars like everybody on him at all times. So, yeah, this
mm,
one was a complete freak.
20 years ago, more than that, Bill Cooper said the end goal of the New World Order is to have you chained to a computer 24 hours a day. Well, there we go.
There we are. Well, here we are, yeah.
There we go.
And his
We've
book
also got
was the
another
most
bit.
stolen book.
Well, there we go. Yeah. With the UBI thing that they're saying about reskilling. This is a bricky guy, and he's just talking about the housing market in Britain. So yeah, if the tax income drops and people can't afford things, I mean, if people are reskilled, there's going to be no one to employ them. We're seeing the
Well,
beginning of depression, an AI
yeah.
depression being the cause. So yeah, and I'll show about Mark Carney just the last segment when he's talking about a new world order. Yo, yo,
Yes, we showed
bow,
the audio
bow.
last time, didn't we? It was a nice to show the video. Yeah. He did
Yeah,
actually speak about it live as well at Davos. He said about the order. And Zelensky did, and a few others did.
every day on Bloomberg, the market
I know. It's happening on that crappy LBC. Tell you.
always the market open on Bloomberg every morning is the new world order, the new world order, the new world order. No, and what was it, 15, 20 years ago? What new world order? There's no such thing. Now it's just yeah. What are you on
You're
about?
far right conspiracy theorists are saying that, Tim. Yes, you are.
Yeah, like crazy, and yeah, just tying in with the moving of the pieces on the grand chessboard of
That
geopolitics.
joke. Who wins nothing? Yeah.
Yeah,
That Fred guy.
Starmer over there, they're all bowing to
Starmer
the
vaccine armor. Yeah. And the killer guy of farmers. Yeah.
they're all bowing down to the new lord of the world.
They're all working together, though, aren't they? That's the thing. It's how it looks to us in the public. But like James Corbett's got his whole video on it called China and the New World Order, and it says how they all are working together, all the
Yeah, without
universities and all
doubt.
that stuff. And they are very disgusting people. I'll never bow down to them people. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
looking
all
forward to having my head chopped off, is what I'm looking forward to.
well, it's all theatre though, isn't it? They're all on the
It's all,
same
yeah, it's
side.
all staged. They're not even very good actors, half of them, I'm telling you. That's
They're
one thing
all
about the mafia I respect. They have a code and they use cash.
I think, yeah, indeed. Very good.
And they have more morals than government when you think about it in some ways. But yeah,
Again, these
because the people
plonks
in
are just
government
building.
still be dealt with under the neighborhood code. And all the presenters who pushed all that rubbish. Yeah. And now it's all out in the open and people are still saying, well, I still don't believe it. No, I don't know.
Okay, for the segment two, we're going to go through some other bits, and that we're going to start with something that doesn't exist apparently, and that is the New World
I
Order.
don't know, he's a monster. There
So
we
this
are,
is
yes, over there, Dev.
so this is from the Daily Express. You spent £2 on that the other day, didn't you?
I did,
£2.
yes. I got my
Bit
hard
of
copy,
history
so I
there.
know
Cheap price
behind it.
for a bit of history. So Tory leader Kemi Badenoch says Trump is dead right of Chagos, yeah, giving away everything. And PM out of his depth in the New World Order. That's funny. I didn't think it existed.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
thought it was a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, for decades they've always been saying doesn't exist, mate. Wow. What about Mr. Carney? What's he got to say? Look at this creepy look on his face when he announces it.
Visit. I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order.
Didn't think it existed. Wow, there we go. Craziness. And yeah, we've had them going over and pledging their allegiance to the new emperor, the New World Order. As the King Dollar dies, we now have the yuan and the world's tool shed now becoming the powerhouse to control the world. And where's AI and everything going to be filtering back to? Well, it might tie in with something to do with everything you need to know about China's new super embassy. I found this, and this is worth listening to. This is from Sky News, the reporting, but they're just talking about security concerns because all the fiber optic cables that run from Canary Wharf to other parts of the city, the new embassy is going to go straight over the top of it, the Chinese embassy, so they can plug straight into that and steal all the financial data and everything. Everything. So I'll play this for a moment.
Foreign power, a huge new Chinese embassy in the centre of London, now approved by the government. So why does this all matter? Well, on one level, this is about our security. Those opposed to the plan worry that the mega embassy, China's biggest in Europe, would be a spy centre right next to London's financial district and close to sensitive underground cabling.
This is the wrong place for an embassy, and certainly an embassy of that size. We know now that it sits across, literally on the side of the most important cables that run between Canary Wharf, centre of London, and also into the city, where an awful lot of data is transferred.
Now, it's pretty well known that many countries often use embassies as bases for spying, but security bosses have said they can't get rid of all the risks linked to this new embassy, but they added that they've been involved in this process and they're going to be taking action to offset some of the risks. Interesting.
Oh God. Oh, anyway, no, it's not like they've got human rights abuses and everything, is it? So what could they possibly do with all of our data? Well, anyway, we've got the updates from Keir Starmer's visit. Kemi Badenoch said that he's out of his depth. Well, anyway, UK citizens will be able to travel 30 days free to China. That's been opening up for lots of different nations to China for the last few years. Whiskey sold, the import taxes will go down by 5%, 50%, if you think in those means. AstraZeneca are going to have announced a 15 billion investment in China. Yeah, you've got a lot going on. Chris Phillips accuses the government of trading national security for economic crumbs. I wouldn't call them crumbs when they just had their data release that they've got the biggest exports ever in their history, China. So you could say crumbs, but I don't know, crumbs out of the trillions that.
Nice Masonic handshake as well. Yeah.
Say again?
Nice Masonic handshake.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, the thumb.
If you look, yeah, the film, that means the master and a thing.
He looks scared being there, that little
He doesn't look too happy, does he? Well, he never looks happy. He's looking like that, though. It's no wonder.
It's because he's not in control and he's a control freak.
Exactly.
That's why. So there we go. Back to
yes,
that.
came out of his death for the New World Order.
Do,
It doesn't
do,
exist,
do,
apparently.
do.
Though
Yeah.
she does look nice in that photo, young Kate. Yeah.
Starmer's out of his depth on the world stage after Donald Trump humiliated the PM over a surrender to Chagos Islands. He's bloody, yeah. He humiliates himself just normally by speaking, doesn't he, that plonker?
He does, if he's not a robot.
If he's not a robot, who knows? So there we go. So we got Carney as well. This New World Order with that nice look on his face as well. That was creepy. That was
He said
creepy.
the same thing at Davos too. So.
Yeah.
And that was the speech that went down very well globally. That one.
Yeah. Just look at them. Just Trying to be the
Get
hard
good
man.
friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. Very, very good friends.
Ghislaine. So yeah. So lots of things have
Is this
changed
man
in the
saying about the
world.
aspect of what AI will do?
Say again.
You're going to put that guy up saying about AI, Tommy O'Bell, or are you going to put this over chap or S. William first?
Well, I was thinking, just talking about like AI, the AI God and all this sort of thing. We've got here the recording from the House of Commons. That was 3 days ago. This is the Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, talking about facial recognition technology and police AI to be rolled out. Home Secretary announces. So the segment goes for 11 minutes and 14 seconds on here. And she spends about 20 plus seconds just opening. But I found that every 1 minute, she's announcing things going on. So I'm just going to go from 6 minutes 24 and just start talking about the what's going to happen. Oh, look at that, straight from the horse's mouth.
Going through.
Wow. Anyway, oh, better slow that down. That's on double speed, that one.
Yeah, we'll slow that down, Tommy O'Bell. Yeah.
Right. Sound is up. Sound up.
Third ahead with the results to show for it, others are fighting crime in a digital age with analog methods. We will ensure that every force is adopting the latest technology led out of the new National Police Service. This will include the largest ever rollout of live facial recognition technologies across England and Wales. We know this approach works. In London, in just 2 years, the Metropolitan Police have made 1,700 arrests, taking robbers, domestic abusers, and rapists off our streets. When the future arrives, there are always doubters. 100 years ago, fingerprinting was decried as curtailing our civil liberties. But today we could.
So that segment's up at 6:24. Let's go to 7:24. What's she talking about here?
A record £115 million in AI and automation to make policing more effective and efficient, stripping admin away to ensure officer time can be devoted to the human factor that only a police officer can provide.
There we go. Some silly advert. Goodbye. So here she is talking about that bit.
Quality and performance of our officers. We must and we will set and maintain the highest standards. We have
Sure you
already
will.
introduced new vetting requirements, enabling forces to dismiss those who fail vetting checks. Areas. These will be focused exclusively on local policing, tackling the burglaries, shoplifting, and antisocial behaviour that too often go unpunished today. It is
Yeah, that's funny because listening about that, saying about punishments and going by blah blah blah. I did a search about this the other day when I was first listening to it, and in 2010, when shoplifting started to increase dramatically, 4 years later, in 2014, the government relaxed the laws on shoplifting and everything. So here we are, about 12 years on, and after allowing people to steal from shops, anything under £200, the police won't even come out. So they've just worked out as a financial sort of equation. Yeah, now we've got facial recognition rolled out, so problem, reaction, solution.
And you can get anti-facial recognition glasses. They're available on eBay. I got mine from America. But they are out there. So look into anti-facial recognition glasses on eBay and a mask to cover your face. Because once this does come in, it's not going to be good.
Well, we've got a segment from, I highly recommend people listening to this as well in its entirety because there's a lot of information in there. They said that there's going to be a new force like the FBI, but I saw a comment that somebody had made. They said, yeah, it's not going to be the FBI, it's going to be the FIB, FIB.
Oh, yeah.
Fibbing. I thought
Incredible
that was very
imagination.
good. I thought it was very good.
That was very good.
So with the facial recognition things, we've got Swilliamism, his latest video, and that came out yesterday, 1 day
He's
ago.
a very brilliant man. I've got to watch it, yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. So he's
Watch the way he does his videos so well. There's no wonder Gareth wants to work with him.
yeah, they just get better and better now. He's doing it full time as well. He's got the time to put into it, and I'm sure it's paying dividends. He's got about 100,000 followers, and he's probably got more than that. It was a bit shadow banned,
Being shadow
etc.
banned, yeah.
So yeah, and the title, they are creating a digital god. I'd listen to this in its full entirety as well. 15 minutes, but he's going on about a lot of information. Show me your
It ties
papers.
into what we just said. Well, there's
Freedom
it.
of movement. But yeah, he's showing the facial recognition cameras in London. So yeah, there we go. This is just in that little window down there, it shows them. So he goes and talks to these police officers. They're firearms officers. They're outside one of the palaces, so Whitehall maybe, somewhere like that. Anyways, I'm talking about the Axon Body Cam 4. I've just got the little word thingy there, the CC thingy, subtitles, and it's the Axon Bodycam 4. So most officers at the moment are using Axon Bodycam 3s, which record your face and everything like that. But these ones have AI built into them. So if there's civil disobedience in the future and there's terrorism or something like that, those little AI things be whispering in their ear saying shoot, basically, if they don't like your face. So yeah, I thought it was very interesting. You've got the Illuminati triangle in there as well, with the sort of eye in the middle, which we see all the time. So yeah, AI cameras on the police, craziness. So that's an Axon, AXON body cam 4. So on the Swilliamism's video, he goes through all of this. Yeah, just going back to talking about like AI and everything like that. The company, the only company on planet Earth that has the technology to make certain parts of chips, they've just announced they have record results for their full year 2025. At the same time, they've announced 1,700 job layoffs. So as AI comes in and gets better, people are being laid off. And I was listening to a podcast before recording by Neil McCoy Ward, and he's just going through the amount of layoffs from big companies like Amazon and so on and so forth. But it's just funny how people have been replaced so much, and tying in with this UBI, we're going to go into yeah, we're going to go into a depression, global depression brought on by AI. So, as Harari says in his speech, that if it's words, your profession, then you're going to be replaced. So lawyers, anything like that. People, yeah, just bringing in like this communist UBI payment thingy. People aren't going to have jobs. There's going to be people think that the world's disenfranchised at the moment. These lot are doing their best to make it worse. So, yeah, when the people come too expensive, because if people aren't working, the tax income's going to drop. And how are they going to fund this? How are they going to fund it?
I mean,
I'm not sure.
well, they probably want to get rid of a lot of them from the COVID vaccines anyway. So.
Well, in that article, the bloke's talking about reskilling um, in this. So some sort of lifelong learning mechanism so people can retrain. Well, I got a bricky guy up talking, and he's just talking about the housing industry, or his part of it, doing bricklaying. Now, a lot of buildings are made out of glass and steel these days, so bricklaying has become a lot less used in building these days. But just listening to what this guy's talking about, I'll just play it quickly.
Right, so for 2 years now, coming up to 2 years, we haven't had a single phone call for a job, right? Literally, I've never known anything like it. So now we're coming to the end of this job, and after this, we've basically got no work. Like, we're basically unemployed. So we did go and try and communicate with some sites, but no one will take us. So we're basically unemployable at the moment. I'm not sure how's everyone else getting on. Like, are other people quiet? Because the building game just seems to be. I've never known it like this in all my life. Have you? Well, a hard time. I'm getting thinner. So yeah, no work on the streets. Don't know what we're going to do.
So people haven't got the money to spend. So it seems like we're a bit excess to requirements, if you ask me.
They want to digitize everything so they can take it from you anyway.
Seems to be that way, mate.
Literally take away all your money.
There we go. So UBI coming in, lack of jobs through artificial intelligence, and also the automated machines as well that they're using in factories. Nestle, they've laid off so many thousands of people, and they're replacing people with automated machinery to do their jobs. So I mean, yeah, it all seems great, this technology, but what are people going to do? It seems like we're becoming too expensive to be needed
Those
now by the
revolution.
powers that shouldn't be.
Yeah, those revolution. But that's what they want. They want the bonds, but there's got to be ways to get to these rules and stop them.
Indeed. Well,
The Nuremberg Code still needs to be invoked properly anyway for the COVID con.
yeah, well, we'll see. But you see gold's been flying up recently at the moment. You've had your eye on
Yeah,
that as
gold
well,
and
haven't you,
silver.
Chief?
Yeah,
And
this Jen
silver.
Hayes. I'm glad she hasn't knocked herself off. I figure.
Yeah, well, we are seeing gold and silver plunge today. Um, Gold is down about 9.25% at the moment, 9.25% approximately. And with silver, silver always flies up quicker when it kicks off, but it also comes down a lot quicker. So we've got 8, 16, 24. So we've got about 300% more sell-offs percentage-wise, down 25% in the day. Silver's on sale at the moment. But if we look at the charts, here that I've got up, this is just on Trading View. I've got a paid subscription to it, but you can sign up for free. You just sort of get bombarded with ads, which can be a bit annoying. But yeah, just going back to say 2007, you see when it rallies up and it goes well above the channel. That's usual buying and selling going on there back for years and years and years on the silver, sorry, the gold to British versus the British pound. So we see how much it's flown up here at the moment. I don't think it's over. I think we've got another year and a half, a year to go of this bull run at the moment. They usually go for about 1,029 days over the last three bull runs. And I think we're only about, well, from the breakout out of this range, that's only August 2025 approximately. But it's been going up lots since 2021. But yeah, I don't think it's over at the moment. It's just people closing their positions and things like that, and silver going down. Now, when we go to mining shares, there's a company called Fresnillo. This is mainly silver it produces, but we can see how much it sold off on this chart. That's 5% today. And over the course of the week, it's about 11%. But if I go to a daily chart up here, you can actually see it's dropping back. Yeah, people are selling off. People are making a shitload of profits. Excuse my language. But you see this channel that's been going up. It's been going up since 2025. The channel is still intact at the moment, so I'm expecting this Fresnillo share to come down to about 30 probably. It's usually psychological numbers, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's about 30. At 37 at the moment, maybe it'll stop at 35, which if it takes up until the end of February, which it may do, you can never quite tell. As long as this channel's intact, yeah, people are putting now, because of inflation and everything, people are putting their money into hard assets, so it's silver and gold. And China, they've been buying up gold at record amounts. Even though they're the world's biggest producer of gold through their mining and everything, they're still building up as much as possible. So we're seeing the dollar dependency of the world change. We've got the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and a whole host of others who are trying to join. You've had in the past Gaddafi and people who have suddenly been offed when they've announced an oil gold backed
The
currency.
gold dinar, that they got rid of him.
Yeah, and they bumped him off. But China, they ain't gonna bump them off. So I think it's just like Carney saying the new world order, and also in that the news headline when they're talking about the new world order. Yeah, you're just seeing the reshuffling of the pieces on the grand chessboard, as Brzezinski named it.
And the move toward the technocratic era, like he said too, which he wrote in about 1976, I think, or 79.
Uh-huh.
About the technotronic, I can't, yeah, technotronic era, which was all about how people be surveilled by digital technology. And he wrote that in the 70s, and because he obviously knew the band, and he's a Freemason Satanist. And yeah,
Nice.
and he
Busy
created
man.
Sam Laden and stuff, and he's the one that
Yeah.
set up Britain and that. And yeah, but he wrote about it in the 70s, didn't he? In the technotronic era, isn't he? That book is. And it's on
Yeah.
eBay, and it is steep. I think it's about £150 last time I checked, so I would like to read it.
Well, if people want to try and secure their wealth and also protect themselves.
Yeah.
Gold, people always, you hear about people,
Gold, silver,
profits and
copper.
gold.
I've got something that was Andy, drop it on someone's too.
Yeah, it was, but gold that you hear people going on about profits. It's not supposed to be profits.
No,
It's
but that
supposed
it's about investment, isn't it? And keeping it.
it's an insurance policy
Insurance
against
policy, that's of it.
global financial stresses. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about making money. It's there to protect you.
Yeah.
That's why it's all being bought up. It's front running the big money interests that are buying this stuff up. It's to protect them, protect what's coming in the future. Because as you know, as tax income drops, then the strength of currencies drops as well. So it's going to become valueless. We've even seen since the old lockdowns and them printing so much money, the central banks, just how much more money it takes to pay for something.
Do you buy
Quite
food?
quite
Shocking.
insane.
And they wanted to tie it to AI. They just don't want us being free at all. They do us literally want to be slaves and graves.
Well, you've got to learn, haven't you? I mean, this
You got to learn.
information that we're talking about now, you've got to financially protect yourself as well. So, you know, what do human beings need? They need food, they need somewhere to live and heat and all
Yep.
that sort of thing. So just
Stock
think
up.
about there's
Yeah.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's a good thing to look at. You know, people need love and affection, but they need food and warmth and this sort of thing. Um, So look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs and what you really need, and then think, do I have this? Could I get this? If there's a financial stresses or anything like that, you know, how am I going to get these things? It all needs to be thought about. During World War II, people went without, but there was more localized farming and everything, so you could pop down the road and get this,
Exactly.
that, and the other. But with such a lack of food security, stuff coming from all over the world and being imported, and Britain only making 30% of its own food. I mean, the
Yep.
shelves are quickly empty if something comes. So as people become more disenfranchised, you know, it's getting highly dangerous.
Exactly. It's a fun too. Yeah.
So yeah, there's quite a bit of information in there, but I'll put the links in the show notes and everything and be able to check it all out.
Yeah, we did record this once, but we've got to actually press record.
These things
But
happen.
that, yeah, there we are. Well,
Yeah,
well, it shows we're not professionals yet, gang, but it was good. It was a good one as well. It was a good one. This one is good.
lots of info in there from
But Tom always does
UBI.
it from his side, you see, because he's the one that does the edit. So
Yeah, I'll be
I'll take
doing
a
that
learn how
from
to
it.
edit. It should take long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
Uh,
nowadays.
right.
But I get a
Well,
separate laptop for my movie, so plenty of
yeah.
footage. So. And
Uh,
I should be learning then. So.
yeah, indeed.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah. Life's busy and
Afternoon,
everything.
Chief.
So, should we wrap this episode
I
up
think we
of
should, young
the
man, because you've got
coming
to have a
soon?
sleep, Chief, in case you get called in.
Oh, I've got. No, I haven't. I would have had something by now. So, anyway, yeah. So, lots
You
of
need a nice old
information in
chill,
there.
young man. You need a nice old chill, Tommy. Well, it's a Friday after all. Have a bit of whiskey, you know. So.
Oh, no, not tonight. No, not for me.
Have
No,
some coffees. What are you
I've
going to eat,
had
though, Tommy? What are you going to have for your tea?
I've had enough of that. Yeah, it's time for some food. It's yeah, gone 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, we'll both get on our way and we'll get this posted up on the weekend. And yeah, highly recommend that people check it out. If they could
Check out the video.
possibly, if they find this information useful, if they could put a like, which very much helps. And if you want to subscribe, yeah, or leave a comment, it all helps the old algorithm thingy bob, just to yeah, let other people see it. So anyway, thanks very much for the information that you've brought to the table, Chief.
Thank you, Chiefs.
And
Thank you for your information too, young Tom. Yes, yes.
hey, no worries. Yeah, we'll have more coming as soon as possible.
Yeah. We're looking forward to getting that studio done. That would be very good.
Yeah, not
We
long.
certainly got the location. We just got to get it done.
Indeed, my friend.
It's a bit
Okay,
like filming.
well,
It's a bit like doing this movie.
well, okay, so we'll sign off. But yeah, this is coming, being recorded on the 30th of January, so that'll be up tomorrow for people to have a watch of. So yeah, please check out the other bits of information. If people want to learn about the economy and everything like that, there's a very good man called Clive Thompson, top with a P in, Thompson, on YouTube, and he goes through like inflation and what is money and all sorts of stuff. It's very easy to learn. He's got a young son. He was a banker in Switzerland, but he does Noddy learns about inflation and all this, and he goes through a storybook. It's really good. It's really good for children and everything as well. Highly recommend that bloke's channel. And Neil McCoy Ward as well. James Corbett of the Corbett Report and James Everett Pilato of Media Monarchy. They've got the New World next week out that came out at midnight just last night. So highly recommend people check that out as well for concise information. And yeah, we're bringing another episode when there's some more information to talk about. So it won't be long.
Yeah, that's the way the world's going, I tell you. So much.
Indeed, the New World Disorder.
New World Disorder, they are going to lose. So.
Yeah, they will eventually. Light always conquers darkness. Well, signing out for now, Chief, and
fight the future.
fight the future. Okay, take care, my friend.
Take care, Spirits.